Welcome to the Daily Grind, a Bluff City Media daily podcast. Stepping up to the microphone is your host, Luke Hatmaker. Grab your favorite morning brew and let's get to the show.
In New York, concrete jungle where dreams are made of. I'm not gonna try to do it cause it'll sound bad. Welcome to the Daily Grind. I'm not gonna try to sing the Alicia Keys parts because it will be bad. Thank you, Bears. I'm your host, Luke Hatmaker, and it is Thursday. I know what day it is. And I've got Parrish and I've got Rusty with me. How we doing, fellas? You doing good, Parrish? Haven't seen you in a hot minute.
Yep, doing good, man. I needed a break.
Yeah, I bet, dude. I bet.
I needed a break, bro. I needed a break. But now I'm doing really good, man. Well, not only that, a break from this, but work has gotten busier. I know I work for the school system. Although they're about to go on summer break, me as a project manager, I'm about to get busier. So that's the time where all the projects really going on. So I'm about to really get busy on that end. But yeah, everything good. But man, I want to give you a shout out, bro. I watched the show yesterday. I don't recall you shouting y'all self out for the 300 episode before we got to the group text. But
thanks, dude. Well, we were gonna watch 300 live, but I didn't have all the time to do that, so we bailed on it. So we might be doing that later on when we have more time, right, Rusty? Yeah. We want to watch it because I thought it'd be fun to do a watch along with 300 where we just say the whole thing, and it would.
That's it. Like we play out. No one would like it. We act out the different parts. I've seen that movie probably 300 times conservatively. So big shout out to Luke. Congratulations, episode 300. Out here grinding every day, starting our days off with the best show on Memphis sports radio, man. Memphis sports podcast, whatever you want to call it. Luke Hatmaker's the man. Congratulations on 300, sir.
Shoot, thanks, fellas. I wouldn't be able to do it without you. Seriously, because I can't do this by myself. If I was doing 300 episodes by myself, I would probably lose my mind. Because
live.
Yeah, dude, live solo shows suck. I've tried multiple times, and then I just go down. I'm like, nope, I'm out. I'm out. I last 5 minutes, and then I'm like, see y'all.
Oh boy, Wayno's picture today.
Oh my God, Wayno is just finding old pictures of me and just making it. Shout out Wayno. I'm bald and fat in that picture. Moving on, we're getting off the rails.
It's funny.
Let's talk about the Luke Cornett game. That's where I want to start because the Knicks were supposed to win this thing. Well, maybe they weren't supposed to win this thing. I had the Knicks. Well, I still think the Knicks will win this series, but Boston just came out yesterday and they were like, "You're not going to beat us on our home court." That's what I got from this. I mean, what did you guys think of this first game? I just saw a team with backbone being like, "Not today, not on our home court. We're still the champions from last year."
Yeah, Jaylen Brown played like the finals MVP essentially.
Bingo.
Right? So you got your best, now your best player, officially your best player, and there ain't no argument, who the best player. People made the argument between him and Jason Tatum, but now it's Jaylen Brown. Now it's time to prove. If everybody was saying that you're the best player, let's see it, right? So he showed up. The thing about Boston really could have a shot at coming back in this series if the other player, Kristaps Porzingis, was right, but. Yes. He scored 1 point. So just seeing that, it's like, okay, yeah, Boston won last night, but they're probably going home. But they could have had a shot at actually coming back if their third. I don't think he's their third best player anymore, but he's supposed to be their third best player. Was their third best player, but I don't think that's the case. But yeah, shout out to them. 25-point win. They lost the first two at home. They couldn't lose 3-3 at home. They had to find a way to get one of them at home.
No doubt. And it just felt like they were going to win this game for Jason Tatum, right? Their star goes down. He gets hurt. Yeah. They come out. They play a little bit harder. Derek White goes for 34. Anytime you can get 34 points from Derek White, you're going to win probably 99 times out of 100 that he scores 30+. And so Boston, just like you said, Luke, they just showed some backbone last night. So we're going to win this one for Tatum. I don't know that they got enough juice left in the tank. It's going to be tough to beat the Knicks 3 times in a row with how well they've been playing. So I'm glad they're making it a series. Maybe we'll get, we might get 6, maybe 7 games out of it. We'll see what happens. I know we're going to go game 6. So it's entertaining basketball, making it a series again.
Yeah, it's going back to New York, which I mean, it makes more sense. When Timothy Chalamet brought both of the Kardashian girls to that game yesterday, I was like, there ain't no way that Boston ain't losing this. They going to lose this on their home court. This series got everything to me where it's like, okay, Knicks are going to wrap this up in the Garden and then on their next game. And man, you were talking about Porzingis. You want to talk about how much of a non-factor he was. He disappeared That's how his game was, and I get that he's sick, but like Boston got exactly what they needed to from everybody else on their team. Everybody else stepped up, and if Porzingis was right, I think they got a chance to win this thing.
No doubt.
He just ain't right.
Yeah, he said he couldn't breathe. He said he could have played in the second half if they really needed him, but they were able to kind of keep it under control without him. So it'd be curious to see what he does for Game 6. He just hasn't had much health in the playoffs at all, from injuries and from health and from just being ill and sick. Like, without Porzingis, it's going to be tough. I guess it all kind of depends on him and if Jaylen Brown can continue to play like this. Jaylen Brown's a great basketball player. He gets overshadowed by Jason Tatum a lot. Who knows? Maybe Boston is better without Jason Tatum. It's also on the table.
It's so, but the thing is, they award a title with them. That's fine.
Don't start. Don't start.
I'm like, we can have.
We've been wearing tinfoil hats all week since the NBA draft lottery. Why not wear one today?
That's true. Why not? Let's not talk about that series anymore. That series is going to think. You know what? At least the Boston won, because now we're not going to have to go a day without basketball. We were worried we were going to have to go some days without games. Now that won't happen. The other series last night, it's done. The Golden State Warriors got beat by the Minnesota Timberwolves 121-110. I think as soon as Steph got hurt with that hammy, this was kind of this was just this was a foregone conclusion. Unfortunately, they just didn't have. This Minnesota team is a team that knows who their 8 guys are. They don't play anybody other than those 8 guys. They know their rotation. Their 8 guys are good. They know who they are, and this Golden State team was struggling to find who they were without their best player, and it's going to be tough for them to win that series.
Yeah. The thing with Minnesota, and I ain't gonna say I'm tired of it, but they've been getting a lot of like backlash, like throughout, about like, okay, they just ain't beating. What, everybody wants them to be Golden State by 30 every single game. That's not realistic.
No.
It's like, they miss skill. They don't look that good. They struggling in the first half. Like, they probably honestly taking it easy. The first half, they kind of, you could tell. They kind of like, all right. The second half, all right, let's go ahead and turn and take these folks out. Right. That's what they're doing. Yeah. Like, Minnesota is good. Anthony Edwards is good. I know. Yes. Now, I would say this. He do start the game struggling shooting, and then he gets going in the second half. He can't do that in the Western Conference Finals. I'll tell you that much. So they do need to knock those bad habits out quickly. Yeah. But reality, Steph was out. Jimmy hobbled. He still got he had the butt injury. So
yeah. Jimmy hobbled.
Realistically, Minnesota was kind of cruising.
They've gotten help for sure. Not only that, and the career resurgence of one Julius Randle, who continues to shoot the ball at a high clip. Who's playing great basketball, just like he did at Kentucky. Like, it's a complete resurgence and turnaround for him. He's been hooping, and last night was one of those.
I got something for this. Someone said it on the radio something the other day. He made a lot of sense. So Golden State had to change their style, where they had to make the game ugly and muck it up. That's Julius Randle style. So
that's absolutely right.
Absolutely right. So that's, he loved that style. That was good.
That's absolutely right, because if they play Oklahoma City in the finals, in the Western Conference Finals, he might get played off the court because he won't be able to keep up athletically up and down the floor. But if it's Denver, then that's another team that mucks it up in the half court, and Julius Randle can continue. So if I'm a T-Wolves fan, obviously I'm rooting for Denver, but even more so for Julius Randle to continue doing what he's doing. I am hoping that Denver finds a way out of that series, because that makes total sense about Julius Randle.
Oh, man. Oh, I would love to see back-to-back Western Conference Finals, we should say, for the Minnesota Timberwolves. And if they can get the Denver Nuggets, if they can get Denver again after taking them to 7 games, that'd be a really cool story. And I talk about a good series, man. Yeah. Denver T-Wolves, I'd watch the hell out of that. Awesome.
I would love to. I would love the other one too. Like,
they both be good
against SGA. Just thinking about just SGA, he probably gonna win MVP ahead of game 1 of this series.
Oh yeah,
and they was on the other side. And they'll just feel different.
Dude. He's definitely feeling himself in these playoffs too. Like you said, Luke, he hadn't been great in first halves. He's had some slow starts, but he's figured it out as the game goes on. 22-12 last night. Anthony Edwards is playing with a massive chip on his shoulder, and nothing would make that even more than an MVP for SGA right before game 1.
Yeah, God. Is that when you think are they going to announce it before is that the scheduling? I guess that's the only award they've not announced.
I thought they normally announce it during the second round, and since they haven't announced it yet, that seems like an likely scenario. Long as OKC makes it, they got to, of course, the series ain't over. They got to win one more.
Yep. Which that's tonight.
I doubt they announced it before Game 7. If they go,
probably not.
It'd be stupid.
That'd be stupid. Announce that he get booted. I feel like they used to announce it earlier because, Kevin Durant, the year Kevin Durant won it, he came into the first round knowing he was MVP, and they suspended Zebo to keep us from beating him that year, 100%. And so, they used to announce it during the first round, but I feel like it's just been delayed more and more.
Yeah, because Jokic, one year he won it when they got swept by. Who they got swept out in the second round of the year? They beat some. They got swept. Their first year that Jamal Murray was hurt, they got past the first round. Got swept in the second round. Phoenix, I think.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yes, it was Phoenix.
I think he got the MVP award in the series, if I remember correctly. And then next year he got booted in the first round. He won after they got booted by Golden State.
Man, that's. I mean, I guess that's going to be the narrative to follow as the series closes out. The Nuggets OKC series, but whoever they get, they're going to be facing a more rested than they are Timberwolves team. So we'll see. Golden State, however, is going home. And as they're going home, we're going to talk about if they should reboot or retool. They are in an interesting situation, I would say, because, no, they're not. They need to retool around at this point, what do? They retool around Steph and Draymond and Jimmy, right? That's what they do. They got their guys. Get Kuminga out of there, get some more stuff back, because clearly I don't know what they're doing with him. You want to talk about a mishandling? He had 30 points last night. Like Curtis, I just don't know.
What I'm tired. You know what I'm tired of with it? It was this whole, people. I guess it's a good excuse. Maybe it's not. I'm not a front office or coach or anything of that caliber, but the whole thing saying Kuminga can't play with Steph, that's a cop out to me, because he can be a bucket off the bench if that's the case. And if he, you know what I'm saying? If he's the one-on-one scorer, he could be your six man. Bucket, what he was in this series, so bucket off the bench. He ain't got to start with stuff to be able to play with still.
And it's going to get kind of swept under the rug because Ant had a good second half, but Kuminga wasn't bad defending him in the first half. He's not a bad defender. I mean, he's a plus wing defender. I wouldn't say he's an elite or great by any means, but he's
not negative.
No, he's not a Santi Aldama, that's for sure, or a Gigi Jackson Jr. out there calling folks pigeons, even though he's a pigeon himself. But I digress.
To be fair, to be fair, Gigi, he would just reiterate what. I don't
know why we keep going on.
He shouldn't have though. But,
I don't know why we keep going on that lame show, but anyway,
lame.
Anyway, I digress. Yeah, Kuminga was not a net negative in the series. He played some good defense, and so it just makes Kerr look goofy that he just has such a vendetta against Kuminga that he won't play.
It looks really bad. I mean, I don't want to. It just looks really strange on Kerr's resume, because it's like this kid clearly has something to offer your team, and clearly was like the only reliable option you had night in and night out once Steph went out to get you a bucket. It's weird, because I need to
talk to my Golden State Warriors guys. I got a couple of friends that are Golden State Warriors fans. I need to ask them, because
what are they?
They probably have more intel, because a lot of people I check with them, because I know a lot of people. I've seen some people say Kuminga got hurt during the second half of the season. At one point, he missed 10 games or whatever, and when he got back, it was just kind of hard to reestablish him in the rotation. Yeah, from the outside, it's on the outside, we like what, but there, like you said, that might actually make a little sense. I can maybe buy that, but let me ask them. I need to.
Because I'm curious if it's that, or if it's another petty Taylor Jenkins, Zach Edey type situation where he just doesn't want to play him for some reason. I don't know,
because it's time to pay him. So that could, it's different. It's different.
Which, I mean, we'll see. We know where their money is going to be allotted for the coming years. I mean, because they're going to pay Jimmy. They've got, I don't know how many.
He already standing.
He's already there. They got Steph. They got Durant. So yeah, they are in. Let's figure out what we can do around these guys as we have Steph's twilight years. However many years he got left, I would utilize that. Get it, wring as much basketball as you can out of him. That's what I would do.
I think they all got 2 years left on their deal, so it's a 2 year.
2 years.
2 years.
2 years, and then it's going to be the end of an era. There, I'm going to say it's going to be weird. We'll go ahead and get you out of here, Parrish. I know you got busy day. Let me know what the Golden State people say. I'm curious now, because That's a good call. It's so easy up for us. I mean, we're Grizzlies fans. We spend half the season talking about
Right.
this is why he's not playing. These people don't know what they're talking about, and maybe it'd be nice to
Right.
hear
Because
what
same way I am. We get mad. That's the video. We'll talk about us. And we're like, no, this, and this. So, let me check in.
Yeah.
on them as
Report
well.
back, sir.
Credible sources. Let's get some credible sources. I'm not just like, trust me, bro. Like, get some credible sources.
I love it. All right, Paige, you have a good day, brother. Thank you for stopping by. We will
See
be
you,
right
All right, y'all.
back.
Tune in to the $2 Sports Show with Rusty Witten and Drew Gann every Tuesday and Thursday live at 12 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
The $2 Sports Show. You can do it. It's today Thursday. It is Thursday. You guys are live
It's
today
Thursday.
at noon, man. I know my calendar days. Check that out. You can also, if you're in Memphis, or if you're not in Memphis, you can do this on a computer. www.ounceofhope.com.
Yeah, man. Check out the seltzers. They're essentially a liquid edible. The THC seltzers are perfect whether you're looking for a light buzz or an alternative to alcohol with a hangover-free solution. I personally like the Peach Buzz. It's my favorite at only 34 calories. It doesn't sit heavy like beer does. Helps you relax. I always note that I sleep a lot better when I have one of those at night after dinner. Cannot recommend the seltzers enough, man. Check them out at ounceofhope.com. Or if you're here in Memphis, they have 2 stores. They have one on Sanderland Avenue in the Sanderland Center. And they also have one on South Cooper Street in the heart of the Cooper Young neighborhood. So check out Ounce of Hope or ounceofhope.com.
Man, I love it. As someone who I'm not a drinker of alcohol, of spirits, of libations. And so anytime I can get a non-alcoholic substitute, and let me tell you, non-alcoholic beer has gotten there. It took them a while, but let me tell you, seltzers, these are the way to go, man. You can have them with dinner. The flavor, the multiple flavors, really, I sound like it's a nice pairing, but no, like with wine, like the flavors are good. They're not like White Claw flavors that taste like,
Edward knows.
Smoothies,
good smoothies too, man. Check them out.
Check them out. Ounceofhope.com. Back to the show though. We have a little bit of Grizzlies news that we need to talk about. Maybe. I love that we are in the point of, you want to talk about the dog days of summer. We are going to talk about the rumors of a possibility of a EuroLeague star maybe signing with the Grizzlies. That's where we're at in the season. The Grizzlies are reportedly interested in point guard TJ Shorts. He's 27-year-old. He was named the MVP of both the Euro Cup in 23-24 and the LNB Elite. It's France's top domestic league. He is a Thomas guy. He has followed Thomas from Germany to France. It just seems like he's undersized. He's 5'9", listed as 5'9", which when your last name Shorts,
it's on brand.
Funny. Yeah, he's 5'9", 161 is how he's listed. He's played a decent amount over in EuroLeague. He's undersized. I don't know. If the Grizzlies are interested in this, it makes sense that he would be. Oh, and I guess the rumor states that he's getting offered apparently a quote unquote lucrative amount of money to stay in the EuroLeague. And I guess he is going to be turning that down, reportedly. Take all this with a grain of salt to come and play with Tomas and the Grizzlies.
What I think it is, we've only got room on our roster for one sub 6 footer, and that is one Yuki Kawamura. I don't want anybody else on here that's sub 6 foot. No offense to Uncle Buck or any of those cats out there. But what it feels like, and I think Edward's right, I've heard it's only like a summer league signing to help install Tomas' offense because TJ gets it. Like, he's played in the system for a number of years. He understands the system in and out. He's a good player from all intents and purposes, but 5'9" point guards just don't work out in the NBA unless you're Muggsy Bogues. And it's just a very small sample size of people who have made it. And so what I've heard and what I'm believing is that it's truly just a summer league signing to help install the offense so that everybody can get a little bit more comfortable with it heading into fall camp.
I mean, it would make sense. I mean, just like, hey, you need to install this offense and you need to do so in a relative seamless fashion. Get someone that knows it. Get someone that has followed you. I mean, good call.
You think about it, like you look at like NFL all the time. They bring in quarterbacks that have played, that are veteran quarterbacks, to even just be a backup quarterback following a head coach around. Like, that's essentially what this is you've got a guy that's going to come in that knows the offense really well. That can help Ja with how to maneuver and what to look for and what tendencies and trends are in this offense, what is going to open up, what to be looking for. And so for me, I think it's a great idea. We have put all of our chips in the Tomas basket. It's clear that, I mean, he's obviously our head coach for the foreseeable future. You might as well get some guys in here that are going to help install his system to make us better for next year.
Yep. And we'll see. I mean, hopefully this isn't the big signing that we were all waiting for.
There, I'm telling you, it's going to be TJ Shorts, Santi Aldama, and Marvin Bagley the third.
Uninspiring, but I digress. Let's move on. Last part of the show we're going to do today. We are bringing back It's a Trap.
It's a Trap.
Named in honor of our great Admiral Akbar, RIP. The name of the game. Here's the rules. I will hit our guest with a series of trivia questions. Half of these questions are real, half of them are fake. It is his job to say if they are real or fake, if they are a trap, or if they are, yes, real. Today, in honor of our EuroLeague TJ Shorts and in honor of Tomas Isalo, today's questions, and in honor of me not having other options, today's questions are going, and because Uncle Buck's not here, today's questions are about the history of the country France.
Oh, Lord.
You're welcome. You don't have to answer these correctly. You just have to say yes or it's a trap.
Yeah.
First question.
So a little fun fact about me is I'm minored in history in college. In case PT school didn't work out, I was going to be a strength and conditioning coach, but I'm minored in American history because everything that happened before 1776 is wrong.
It is wrong. I don't subscribe to that nonsense, as it were. First question. What event is traditionally considered the start of the French Revolution?
Yes, but I don't know. Somebody messed up my get.
The storming, no, that's later. The storming of the Bastille on July 14th, 1789. Next question. Which French leader crowned himself emperor in 1804?
Yes. Is that Napoleon?
There you go. You know the one.
I know a little.
Guy.
I know just enough. Again,
guy.
That's after 1776, so I know a few things.
1804, man. We were Industrial Revolution. 1647. Wait, in 1647, what bizarre law briefly made it illegal to frown in public without a mime license?
It's a trap.
It's a trap. Mimes, though popular, I don't think you have a license to do it. I think we could mime right now if we wanted to. If you need a mime license, don't come at me. Next question. What unconventional weapon did French forces famously deploy during the Invisible War of 1722?
It's a trap, but it has to be baguettes.
Baguettes, man. Baguettes are like the theme of a lot. You'll see. What was the name of the ruling royal house of France just before the French Revolution?
Yes. I couldn't tell you.
The House of Bourbon, but not the bourbon I talk about.
That's American. That's American's liquor.
That's American, damn it. Next question. Which treaty ended World War I and imposed heavy reparations on Germany, signed partially due to French pressure?
Yes, the Treaty of Versailles.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
You know.
American history.
Yeah, I was going to say that World War I. Next question. Which legendary French inventor tried to fly using 237 baguettes tied to a goose?
It's a trap.
It's a trap. I don't know how you would construct this. Color me intrigued.
Yeah. I'm willing to watch. Just let me know when you try.
200 baguettes and a goose. Show me a good time. Next question. Why did the Eiffel Tower briefly wear a giant beret in 1959?
It's a trap.
It's a trap.
Although they tried it, but somebody tied 200 baguettes to it and it didn't work.
It flew off. It just flew off with the goose. Next question. Who was the leader of Free France during World War II, later becoming president of the Fifth Republic?
Yes, but I don't know.
This is like the only other French person I know, Charles de Gaulle. Thought he was an actor, though. Didn't realize that he was a king. So
thought he was an actor. Turns out he's a king.
I don't know who I'm thinking of. Well, Gerard
Elvis,
Depardieu.
maybe?
Gerard Depardieu. Did you say Vanilla Ice?
I said Elvis, maybe. Elvis. We thought Elvis was an actor. Turns out he's a king.
He's a king. Different. All right. Last question. What surprising role did a talking croissant named Jean Pascal play in the French Revolution?
It's a trap.
It's a trap.
Of Pedro Pascal, who should have been taken off Last of Us.
Oh, man, Baguettes can't talk. I should say that. If there are any French viewers, sorry. I don't think this was very.
We got one apparently. It's apparently 235.
Yeah.
I guess.
Edward gets it. Edward gets it. Thank you.
Yeah.
I need to be kept honest with my trivia, so thank you, Edward.
Also, this is great. I saw this earlier. This is the off season. It's a trash.
It's a crash. Yes.
Shout out Art.
Art. Shout out Art. And our trash. That's gonna do it for our show today, y'all. Thank you for watching. We're gonna be back tomorrow. It's Friday. We're gonna have one last show of the week. Go have a good day today, I say. Rhyming like Dr. Seuss for some reason. If we can leave you with anything today, like we always do, remember these two things. Remember to be a little weird and remember to smile. Bye, guys. Have a good day.